Hello everyone and welcome to my 500 subscriber special. So really big thanks to absolutely everyone who subscribed, really happy to have made this number. And thank you to everyone who's watched videos, liked videos, shared videos, all really helped. So what are we doing today? Well, I thought it'd be fun to go back to my very first video that I put up on YouTube, and still to date one of my most watched videos, which was of me in DCS taking a 109 squadron head-on into a B-17 formation. And so I thought I'd redo that, but back then that was all in 720p, no voice over, really not much in the way of editing. So let's make a nice cleaned up version. I didn't want to go through the campaign again, so I've just created a custom mission here. We've got 12 109s facing off against 3 full boxes, a full squadron of B-17s, and we're trying to intercept them before they can reach Khan and drop their bombs on a rail station. Now obviously we're not going to take them all down, but let's see how many we can get. So I'm just trying to line up on one of the B-17s here, the one that seems to be closest to being directly in my line of sight. Just firing the machine guns, and there managed to actually take out the pilot in the opening pass. Now unfortunately we also lost one, we lost number 4 there. So I then go high and turn around, and at this point the return fire starts coming in. So very often you do get a little bit of an open window on the first pass where they just don't really shoot much. But as soon as you do make that first pass, the gunners are all looking. My only advantage here is all the gunners are not just pointed at me, they're pointed at everyone else. The enemy planes, each of the flight leaders in the silver aircraft are on ace, veterancy, everyone else is on random. You can see one of our friendly fighters there taking out one B-17 and riddling another. And so I'm just trying to close the distance here, keeping an eye on a plane that's underneath me because I don't want to dive in and get in his way. But he is nicely drawing all the fire. You can see all of the tracers there. A couple of the tracers are firing at me, most are firing at him. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm always moving through the enemy line of sight here so that I'm not a sitting target for them. Open up with a cannon there, do some decent damage and set fire to a wing. And again, immediately climb up. Just doing my best to stay close enough to the formation that I can continue to engage it, while at the same time trying to avoid that return fire, which is still coming at me here. Trying to move around and pick my moment, focusing on this far left-hand group. As I drop through, just open up, give a couple of bursts with the cannon, nothing really big there. But so far I've managed to evade the incoming fire. I can see friendly fighters there coming in. As the plane I set on fire earlier is finally abandoned. See one of my allies there setting another one on fire, so I change target. We're just trying to prevent as many of these reaching the target as we can. Get a good fire there. And do a fair bit of damage on the second target, but no fires. Have been watching the engine temperature during this. The 109's really easy to overheat if you're not careful with it. You can see those 2 planes, both on fire, both peeling away from the formation. I draw my attention to this lagging B-17 at the rear of their formation. But can't quite slot in on him just yet. Some of the other fighters are still engaging. Have taken a few losses though. So yeah, after looking at them, I decide that the safest target is this unfortunate chap here. His rest of his little flight has been taken out, so he is all on his own. Meaning that if I engage him, should be more or less safe. So I dive in, I've got quite a good altitude advantage here, so I can just convert that into speed, get into a nice rapid advance there, but just as I'm lining up, I realise he's peeled away from the target, and so again, not a high priority. Not here just to shoot down B-17s, here to try and stop them reaching Khan. See, another one's just been hit and is drifting away from the formation there. So there's not too many left of this left-hand box. My planes are starting to rejoin, so they're running out of ammo. I close in. Give a quick burst there. Nothing good. Flip over onto the next target. Complete duds there. So I do notice the first plane I engaged in, that little attack, has lost one of his tail fins. And he jettisons his bombs at that point. So he's out of the fight. Not got much ammo left. And you may just be able to see the B-17s are opening their bomb bays. They're almost on target. Try and get some shots into this plane. Trying to get a fire in that engine. That's all of my ammo. But I do have a fire. It is starting to take hold there. And so that is one plane that pulls away. Unfortunately, all of the others there are dropping. And yeah, at this point, my frame rate has a heart attack. Luckily, I think the plane that I sent off turning turned into the bombs of the other planes there and has caused one hell of a mid-air collision. But unfortunately, still too many of the enemy planes are dropped their bombs and are on target. I've taken some hits at some point, I'm not sure when that was, but I've got holes in my wing. And just there you can see explosions racking across. I did manage to take out one of the wings, so there's no real damage on the far left. There's good damage on the other sides there. And there's B-17 falling into the centre of Khan. So, all in all, yeah, pretty good flyout. We got 4 B-17s. Did take relatively high losses. I think we lost 4 fighters in return. My fighter's damaged, but otherwise fine. See though, the industrial target very much hit. But we were outnumbered. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, really enjoyed that, I hope you did, and once again thank you everybody for subscribing, really happy with how this channel is going, and really want to keep this going in the future. So as always, hope to catch you in the next video, and until then remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers!